Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's that time again, folks. Time for the world famous motion picture Retribution Power Hour, presented to you by the illustrious Evening Brothers. Take it away, band.
Welcome to the Motion Picture Retribution Power Hour. I've got 6 pieces of business we need to cover before we get into the episode. Business one, happy Halloween.
First of all, surprise!
Yeah, surprise, bitches. Happy Halloween, motherfuckers. So that's piece of business one. Happy Halloween. Piece of business number 2, I'm recording this on Halloween. You guys are recording this the day before Halloween because we are in different time zones.
The magic of time travel.
Whoa, it's crazy. So I just want you guys to know that I'm bringing some extra Halloween spirit because I am drinking an old-fashioned, but it's a pumpkin spice old-fashioned. And by that, I mean I took some bourbon.
Classy.
And I put a pumpkin spice cookie mushed up into it. It's
gross.
So it's in that.
Why did you do this to yourself?
I would like to report that I went to bartending school, and they did not teach me that. And there's a reason, because it's not good to drink with your human mouth. Piece of business.
Oh yeah, you know what else isn't good to drink is the distended intestines of a goat. So that's why we don't drink it.
Well, we're gonna drink that on which day? Piece of business number 3. I don't know if 6 was the right. I've really set a high bar for myself in terms of business. Preston, I've got a bone to pick with you real quick, because you fucking let one rip out your whole front of all of you before we recorded this. Lincoln was counting down.
Yeah, how much lighter are you since you let that burp out right before we started recording?
Lincoln said 6, 5. Preston said, and it was really like you released the Kraken. Are you okay physically?
Yeah, I've never seen a live exorcism before. That was amazing.
It was wild.
Yeah, I'm good. We're good now. We weren't.
Okay, we're
good.
Now. Piece of business, what are we at? 5? Is this 5?
Yeah.
Piece of business
4.
Number
4.
5. Lincoln. Fuck. Okay. Piece of business number 4. I shouldn't have chosen 6 pieces of business. Piece of business number 5. I went to work today in a costume, and it was me and my wife at work in a costume, and we were the only ones because apparently New Zealand does not celebrate Halloween.
Oh no!
And I need you guys
so sorry.
to just enjoy that. The costume may or may not come up in this episode because we spent enough money on it that it was worth including in something. Piece of business number 6. Whew. Oh man, I had an extra piece of business. There's 7 pieces of business. Fuck. Okay. Oh, are we 5? All right, good. Piece of business number 5. Thank God. Lincoln, I have a bone to pick with you also, based on what we've done. Because I don't know if you know the poison that you released into our comedy streams by just explaining to us a community theater comedy troupe that you went to, not reenacting any of the bits, not telling any of the funny moments, but just sharing with us the core concepts of what the skits were.
Yeah, because that's the only thing that entertained me. I was like, that is an interesting concept for a skit.
Sure. I just need you to know what you've done to us.
Did you expect me to break out the props and costumes for our video feed and act out a whole 4-person skit by myself?
Yes.
I wouldn't have minded that. Yeah, it couldn't have hurt. Anyway, piece of business number 6, actually for real this time. Welcome to the Motion Picture Retribution Power Hour, the only podcast on the internet and also on any kind of video cassette device where 3 white guys talk about bad movies. We are in a spirit Halloween today.
Ooh, spooky.
Look around you, look to your left, look to your right. One of you is an animatronic werewolf, and it's Preston.
Oh, cool. He was on my left and on my right. That's how he was
crazy.
So fast.
Wow.
For this spooky Halloween, Jonathan has made us watch the Spirit Halloween movie, which was made in 2022. And right off the bat, cameras have gotten so much better in 2022. From now on, all movies are going to at least look passable, and I think that is a travesty.
I agree.
The fact that this movie was in 1080p seemed wrong. Like I should have seen the scan lines from a poorly ripped VHS the whole time. Like
I agree.
the resolution, the shot selection, all perfectly appropriate. Shot selection, acting, writing, all perfectly appropriate for this level of budget. Resolution and color grade, not appropriate for this budget. It needed to look jankier. It needed to have more drop ceilings in it. It needed to have more visible boom mics. It was just, it was entirely too polished for what it actually was.
I agree with what you're saying in the sense that I do think turning this movie on, one could ostensibly look at it and go, this looks like a good movie, and watch it, where it used to be in the good old days before everything got woke, you could turn on a movie and it would just be bad and you would know.
Yeah, it would just have a little thing in the top left corner that said, "This is a bad movie."
Yeah, anyway, the liberals
now they don't have that
our
anymore.
Movies look good now, and I don't support that.
So what I hear you saying is you didn't know that this was going to be bad ahead of time.
Oh, my sweet
No, I'm saying this
Are
movie
you
needed to
blind?
broadcast its
Are you an
badness
idiot?
more.
It was the Spirit Halloween movie.
No, I knew it was going to be bad. I think it doesn't deserve to look as high resolution as it does. It needs to be shot at a crisp 140p.
Would this movie have been better if it came out, or if it was in production post Barbie?
Wasn't it in production post Barbie?
I don't think so. Didn't Barbie come out last year?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Never mind.
Yeah, 2023.
Okay. It's been a wild year, okay? We started a podcast, okay? I've had a lot to do. I think it would not have been... Maybe they would have had a better awareness. Like, you can use your own brand awareness to poke fun at yourself and have fun and be comedic.
Yeah.
Maybe they would have felt more free to do that. But I don't really think Spirit Halloween of all corporations is going to be the one to take the first step there.
This could have been... If they had seen Barbie and then gone, oh, man, okay, we're doing a Spirit Halloween movie, then you could see... like an angle where they were like, okay, we're going to get some auteur director. This is Christopher Nolan's The Spirit Halloween movie. It's going to be all time bendy, and people are going to have long monologues about love and fear and Dracula. It's going to be great.
See, the problem is Barbie is such a monolithic part of our culture that they can kind of negotiate its place in the culture without worrying that they're going to lose anything. If Spirit Halloween even like touches the fragile house of cards that its whole business is based on, it's all crashing down. If they even remark that maybe their whole idea for a store is inherently wasteful and stupid and kind of idiot and like unsustainable, I really don't think they're recovering from that.
Yeah, it was kind of a bold call to even make this movie because it does draw attention to the fact that Spirit Halloween is still in business, which I think a lot of people were just taking for
yeah,
granted.
we're like, why hasn't that gotten shut down by the Food and Drug Administration yet? Like, this needs to... It's one of those... It's so not great. And then you get to the moments where it's like trying to sell you things for Spirit Halloween, and you think, what like sort of Spirit Halloween nostalgia or passion are they banking on here? I have no fond memories for Spirit Halloween. I remember it smelling bad. I remember not being able to buy the costume I wanted, and I remember the costume I did get falling apart within days after wearing it.
I will be happy to come in and defend a Spirit Halloween. Preston, I'd love to hear your thoughts as well.
Of course you would.
But yeah, Spirit Halloween is the John Bonjour of stores. It is.
Yes, it is.
It's cheap and weird and plasticky, and everybody thinks it's strange. It's all good. It's fine.
It inhabits a JCPenney once a year.
Preston, did you like Spirit Halloween? Not the movie, the store.
I don't feel particularly strongly one way or the other about Spirit Halloween. I can't say I've thought that much about it before. Where else are you supposed to get your Halloween costumes from?
Yeah, exactly.
To be fair.
Lincoln, are you going to Jeffy B?
No, I'm making my Halloween costumes at home.
From Amazon, from Jeff Bezos.
No, from my human hands
That you
and my
got
mind.
off Amazon.
And no,
Using materials you bought off Amazon.
using materials that I bought off Amazon and from local craft stores.
Who owns...
Right. Who owns Amazon? Jeffrey.
No.
Who owns Spirit Halloween? It's probably Amazon.
Jeffrey Dahmer Bezos.
Joseph Gordon Bezos.
Joseph Gordon.
So, John, you got to take us in.
Yeah, well, I was going to say,
Take
while
us in.
Preston's Googling that. So this movie, okay, I've seen it before, and I thought there was more inside of it, and there is not. So we're just going to power through. It opens on the Sacred Hearts School for Wayward Children, which is good. I love that. Christopher Lloyd, he steps out. He's you know him from Back to the Future and the Spirit Halloween movie, his two most famous things that he was in. He steps out of a car.
He's old now.
He's
You thought he was old then? He's old now.
He's so old now. Like, he is a human corpse. I say this with love, but god damn, that's a husk of a boy.
Yeah, I saw him and I was like, why are they making him do this? He does not.
It does.
Why are you treating him this way?
It does have a certain air of him being like, okay, and he's like every shot, every just slightly out of frame, he's holding his hand out for the current check. He's like, okay, and now give me the money because I did the thing you wanted. I did your dumb shit. I came in. I stepped out of a car. I screamed at a little girl. I had a heart attack. My soul left my body. That was all in camera.
I really like the cheap rotoscoped effect of his spirit leaving his body. The like janky rotoscope is, I have such a love for it in my heart. I love janky, like the Ghostbusters proton beams.
Yeah.
I love those. Like when they just kind of scribble over the frame as it passes by. I love it. And also, it is so clear that Christopher Lloyd did not appear with any other actors in this whole thing.
No,
his
it's
takes
so
were all
good.
shot completely separately.
It's got a lot of No Way Home energy where he's just standing and he goes, "Hey you," and it cuts and it's like, that's not even the same lighting. It's not even close.
And yeah, he's standing there. I am 100% sure that he was there for 1 hour of video shooting, and the rest of the 6-hour day was voice work, and that was all he did for the entire movie. And he was given top billing.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I would love to know if, like, I want to find out how much he made for this because he earned every penny of it by just doing almost nothing.
Yeah. In fact, he was probably underpaid for this movie.
He probably was. So he dies, his soul leaves his body, and then we cut a series of years later. We meet these kids. They all suck, kind of.
Okay, so we have a bicycle opening credits montage where they're biking through the town, except for every single shot is completely disconnected from every other shot. And so you're just like sitting here watching a bunch of 12-year-olds on their bikes and you're like, what am I doing here? I'm starting to feel a little uncomfortable seeing all this just like creepy around the corner footage of a bunch of kids on their bikes. When is this going to assemble into a movie?
A little voyeuristic.
Yeah, this feels a little strange. I don't like this.
No, it is. It's the Stranger Thing. Did you guys, I do want to know, like, because I could be crazy and I can't confirm, and I'm sure as hell not going to watch this movie again to find out. But I'm pretty sure that those opening shots, at least those of them on the bicycle, were just shot in the middle of a hot July afternoon, and they like added They added in like yellowing leaves and fall trees in front of the frame.
Yeah, it looked extremely. Though I mean, the whole movie is so disconnected from time and space. There's like there's no geography to anywhere. They just kind of teleport from location to location. There's no sense of when or where this takes place at all.
No, other than Halloween. We know that because it's a spirit Halloween.
Yes.
Which is it though? Halloween? I guess it takes place the first.
It starts the day before Halloween.
Yeah, it's on, and then they do the Fright Night thing, and then it's we're here we go. All right, so
okay.
Kids.
I haven't ever been to a Fright Night. But is it a puppet show? I don't remember any Fright Nights being a puppet show.
I don't think it's a puppets show.
I would kind of dig it though. If it was Fright Night and they're like, here's a silly little puppet show about witches, I'd be like, yeah, hell yeah, let's in for a puppet show.
I'd definitely go. Fright Night, the only concept I have about Fright Night is the idea that it's a movie and then a remake, and I haven't seen either of them, but the people say they're pretty good.
So Fright Night's a movie, but I think also in the context of this movie, the Spirit Halloween movie, it was just a night that they do a puppet show at the Vintage movie theater.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if that's like an event. It is an event. It's an event. Is it a puppet show? No.
We can't get distracted. Continue on through the plot.
You're right. I'm sorry. So a theater near me is playing Bram Stoker's Dracula, and we're just gonna deal with that later. Okay, so they go to a Spirit Halloween. They have a normal conversation. They see the Spirit Halloween, by the way, in its natural habitat, an abandoned strip mall.
It's a Toys R Us. It's a Toys R Us.
Was it a Toys R Us?
Yeah, because it's got the rainbow around the doors. I was like, of course it's a Toys R Us.
Right,
and
it was a Toys R Us.
What a flex. What a dunk to just like, we're going to shoot this Spirit Halloween at an abandoned Toys R Us. We made it, you didn't.
That was a legit Spirit Halloween location that they shot it at.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I've wandered those halls myself. It's those hallowed halls.
Those haunted hallowed halls.
I don't know. They talk for a while. Most of this movie, and this is a hugely disappointing aspect for me, most of the film is just these kids pretending, making the same joke about chest hair. One of them's really horny for one of the girls, and then they just are like,
for one of the girls, for the girl. There's one girl in this movie.
Sorry. Hey, there's the mom who was also in a bunch of Hallmark movies.
Yeah, she's also in Psych.
She is in Psych.
You know, speaking of the only girl in this movie, it is really
one of two.
It's almost admirable to see a movie that takes the like middle school boy attracted to high school girl and just plays it completely straight the whole time. We haven't all seen this trope and reacted to it, and we haven't negotiated with it, and made
and tried to decide if it's like, okay, are we good with it? What's going on here?
Like, the writers obviously have seen Gravity Falls, and yet they're like, you know what? You know how Gravity Falls was more mature and interested and interesting about this idea than we are? We're just going to do what they hinted at and then just play it completely straight. No subversion, no twist, no talking through expectations, none of that.
No, and why would we?
Boy, it's hard to say funny things about this movie.
God, it's tough to say anything about this movie. All right, you know what? I have a pitch for you boys. I think I'm just gonna power through the plot, and then we're just gonna bring up things we want to talk about, because I think that's gonna be more interesting. Because the plot is they go to the Halloween, they go away from the Halloween, they do the Fright Night thing. They go back to the Spirit Halloween because that's what they've decided, because they're big grown-up kids. They're gonna stay at the Spirit Halloween overnight. Turns out, oh no, you're never going to believe it. The Spirit Halloween was on the buried, I guess, School for Wayward Children. So it was built there where there was a Toys R Us, apparently. And then after that Toys R Us, there was a Spirit Halloween. It does make you wonder if the Toys R Us was haunted, but we're never going to touch on that. Then they stay the night at the Halloween night at the Spirit Halloween, which seems like a dumb, as a person who likes Spirit Halloween very much, dumb, fucking horrible place to be on Halloween. They just stay. They stay there. The guy, whatever his name is. Hold on, I had his name here.
Wilson.
Alec Windsor.
Wilbin.
Alec
Yes.
Windsor. His soul inhabits a bunch of animatronics, which I'm sure we'll talk about because that's the best part of the movie. And then the sister shows up because she found out that they were missing. And then the mom shows up, and then the movie's over. Yay, everything's done. The girl gets possessed by Alec Windsor in a totally not creepy. There's definitely not a super weird moment where he gets really excited that he got into a teenage girl. And then movie, I'm pretty sure. I think that's it, right? Did I forget anything?
And then we cut to this weird post-credit scene about the witch's daughter, who is now an old woman, that's doing a ritual and summons him back, I guess, bent on laying the groundwork for a sequel.
Yeah, I guess so. This movie ends 18 times, and none of them are good or rewarding. Quick Preston's climbing corner that I wanted to bring up just to get us started. Preston, sometimes there's a couple of moments of climbing in this one where they get up on the shelves. Do you have any thoughts on those? I know that this is the least fruitful segment we've ever created on this podcast, and especially now
but we're
because
sticking
it's not
to
even
it.
technically climbing.
It's incredibly. I mean, they make a whole thing about how they can't get up through the roof, and then nothing changes, and then suddenly they get up through the roof.
That's a really good point, actually. I hadn't even thought of that.
Like they make a big show of, oh no, the shelf fell over, we can't climb up the roof, but then they finish by climbing up onto the roof.
I thought that was a little strange too, because those shelves, I have moved those shelves. They're heavy, but they're not that heavy.
Yeah, there's four of them.
If you had four people. If you have four people, you can just put it back up. Just lift the shelf back up.
You got four people, one of whom has chest hair. We know that for a fact, unfortunately.
Yeah, just lift her back up. Get up out of the roof.
Also, I want to talk about the end here because the mom, they make this whole big thing about the mom finding a lug wrench in the car, and she's running towards the Spirit Halloween to smash open the door. And then she just walks around the corner and runs into them. The moment they climb down the ladder.
Yeah, and everything's fine. Oh, more climbing. Ladders.
Preston, ladders. What are your thoughts?
Preston, how was her ladder form?
Fine. They did it. They did the thing.
Oh, cool. I love Preston's climbing corner. I love hearing all his wisdom.
It's my favorite segment.
Okay, I do want to talk. So the movie, whatever their budget was, the most budget that they spent was the levitation trick where they had the girl get possessed and levitate for a second and throw objects with telekinesis. What if, I know we're already pitching separate movies. It's fine. That's kind of what this podcast is.
That's what we do. I got 8 of them.
imagine, I'm going to just like set the scene. So the possession has happened. We're not going to do the levitation. So they've just done the colored contacts to indicate that she's now possessed. She's chasing after the kids. She's running. They're running past the glass doors to the exit. She's about to get them. Smash. The mom's SUV comes crashing through the door, killing the girl. Oh, yes.
Pulling
Also,
a
she
Madam
does
Web.
die. Yeah. Comes crashing the door. She flies across the room in a comedic way, slams against the wall on the other side. Rubble, dust, glass everywhere. The kids are covered in bricks and mortar and dust and dirt. And the mom's like, "Is everyone okay?" Hop in the car. Boom. Credits. How would that have treated you?
I just have one thing to add. Only if the girl flying across the room is like a really, really bad rag doll.
Just black.
Oh, that's good.
And if just like no setup at all, and we don't do slow motion, 100% normal speed, maybe even a little bit sped up. We just smash the car straight through a Spirit Halloween.
I thought that's what was going to happen, and I was deeply disappointed.
To make this movie, we're gonna sacrifice one Spirit Halloween.
But you gotta break a couple of Spirit Halloweens to make an Oscar-winning masterpiece.
Yeah. Imagine the accolades it would have gotten if it had ended with one of the main characters getting brutally killed by a car.
You guys, we don't talk enough about the shortest third act Oscar. I think we need to get more of that.
Yeah. I love short third acts. That's like my favorite part of any movie. So if a movie has an excuse to just end everything right here, right now at minute 61, I'm going for it.
Just crush her with a Honda Odyssey.
It'd be so just seeing like the glass and seeing everything, and then everything settles, and the mom just steps out of the car like, and they're all like, "What the mom? You just killed our friend!" And she was like, "Guys, I saw you getting attacked by a freaking demon. I'm gonna crash my car into a window to save my children."
She's like, "She was possessed though, right?" And they're like, "Yeah, pretty. I'm
Probably.
like 90% sure. I don't know. I think so."
Bro, she's acting real weird ever since I told her that I loved her.
she
probably
was
was
super
possessed.
cagey. She must have been possessed.
Anyways, Mom, can we stop at Arby's on our way home? I'm so hungry because we went to a Spirit Halloween for the night, which famously does not provide any food, and we did not bring any food with us either. So we are severely undernourished right now.
I feel like Spirit Halloween would benefit, just the company would benefit from a Costco style like pizzeria, but it's fun like Halloween themed snacks and treats and all that.
Yeah.
I
And
would
it's
go. I would eat there every
$15.
single day. I would gorge myself on those fries that kind of look like fingers or whatever they do.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. I would love it also if it's like the Papa John's at Target. There's got to be some sort of sketchy, like a Little Caesars at the Spirit Halloween, where it's very clear that they just bought Little Caesars and they're just cutting it up and serving it to you one slice at a time.
That is pretty good.
Little Caesars might be the perfect franchise opportunity there.
Speaking of franchise opportunities, would you want this to cross over with a Little Caesars the movie?
Yes.
Cool.
As long as the tagline was he's not so little anymore.
I've got a couple of things I want to talk about, just some funny moments that I don't think they intended to be funny. My favorite line in the movie, I don't know how you guys felt about this one, I'd love to get your read on it, but I love when Jake's sister's just talking to him and being all cute. She's a cute little kid, and she just looks him dead in the eyes and goes, "I'm sorry your dad died of bone cancer." Is a pretty hard fucking line.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I think I agree with you. Ratcheting up from 0 to 100 like that is the moments of life and movies that I live for. So I was on board.
It's always good. I also appreciated when Jake, the main character, I think, was putting on his like vampire makeup, getting ready for the Fright Night, and his mom is like, "You got to go to Spirit Halloween to pick out your Halloween costume with your weird not dad."
And you know what he doesn't say? He doesn't say, "Mom, look at me. I am wearing my costume right now." He doesn't say that.
That's exactly what I said. At no point in that conversation where he's declining going to Spirit Halloween to get a costume is the reasoning, because I already have this full-ass vampire costume.
That I'm currently wearing right now.
Like, what is this just his, like, day before costume? Like, is this his fashion week?
They're like, "Oh," the mom goes, "Well, I know you have your Fright Night costume. I was asking about your Halloween costume." Shut up, Mom. I got my Halloween costume too. He's 100%. His Halloween costume's like Chapel Roan, right? Like 100%, like going all out. He's one of those kids that is like full wig, makeup, lips, teeth,
definitely.
nails, everything.
Yeah.
And it's just on Halloween, and he shows up to school like that, and you're like, that is amazing, dude. Where did you get all this? And then no comment for the rest of the year, and you're like, why? Who is this kid?
Yeah. He wears the same t-shirt
every
two
single
t-shirts
day
in rotation every single day.
The very last day, he's dressed up as like frame perfect Morticia Adams. Like, anyways, is this movie trying to be Super 8? Because it's basically the same setup of kids as Super 8, where you got one that wants to grow up, and you got a little kind of sensitive boy who's into painting things, and then you got one that just kind of goes along with everybody else.
It's like, I think that this is a movie that's heard of Super 8, and I think this movie watched a lot of Stranger Things, for sure. And then they were like, we're going to do something different than Stranger Things, not realizing that Stranger Things... It would be like if somebody was like, you know what I really fucking dug? Was Joker, the first Joker, not Folia 2, but Joker 1. And they were like, I'm going to do a slightly different version of that. And they just like made Martin Scorsese's The King of Comedy, but on accident because they hadn't watched that one.
I don't really track with that metaphor, Jonathan. I don't really know what you're trying to say.
All right, never mind.
Can't go, move on.
That's fine. Somebody got it, and that's all that matters to me. I feel like I made this comment earlier. The best part of this movie is when Alec is inhabiting like all the different bits and pieces of costumes and stuff from Spirit Halloween, all the animatronics. I feel like there's fun stuff in that.
There's some fun. I love that no matter what state the animatronic is before it gets possessed, after it gets possessed, it's a man in a costume. Like it could
I
be
love that. Yeah.
A teddy bear in a shopping cart gets possessed. Man-sized teddy bear in a shopping cart. It's a, it's a creepy four-legged creature with a human face. Oh, now it's a human going on his back with his head upside down. Completely different whole body architecture here.
I question, and you might be about to ask the same question I was. He inhabits these animatronics that are designed, I would say, not 100%, but probably 90% not to kill kids or humans or anyone. So, like, what's the danger of this movie? Aside, like, how is this different than just a regular human man in the store being like, I'm going to get you kids?
It's probably less dangerous than just a regular guy because polyester doesn't have a human skeleton and bones underneath it to give it structure and weight and
that's a good point.
Strength.
I enjoyed their little joke where he's like trying to open the trapdoor with a chainsaw and a hammer for a hand. He's like, oh, I need one with hands.
I also enjoy this.
It was like the one thing that I think they actually intended to be funny, and it actually was funny.
That actually works.
The only joke.
So Preston, if you were trapped in a Spirit Halloween, would you rather be trapped with a vengeful ghost that is inhabiting the hollowed out, costumes of these animatronics, or with just a guy, like a crazy guy? Actually, when I say you're trapped in Spirit Halloween with a crazy man, that's way scarier.
That's a hell of a movie. I'd watch that.
That's so much scarier.
Especially if he has weapons and you definitely don't. All you have is that plastic trash.
Yeah. But if he's got plastic trash too.
Nah, but he's got real weapons. He comes in with a real series of knives or axes or something, and he's like a psycho, and you get yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry,
or a flamethrower.
Yeah.
Or a car.
He comes in with a
what
bazooka.
if he has a car? What if he's at a Spirit Halloween with a tank?
What if he has an Audi and he's
what if he has
Dominic
a Bobcat?
Toretto? What if he has a Jason Statham that he throws at you?
What if he has a lion? What if he brought a lion? Would you rather be stuck in the Spirit Halloween with a lion or with a ghost? Man versus bear. Lion or ghost? Spirit Halloween, go.
I'd go ghost for sure.
Fuck, marry, kill, lion, ghost, a Spirit Halloween.
Fuck the ghost.
Fuck a Spirit Halloween, obviously.
Because Bustin makes me feel good.
Right? Okay.
Marry the lion, kill the Spirit Halloween.
I don't know how that how the nuptials are gonna go with that line, but I see your point. Well, boys, I feel like we've put in the work. We've gone the distance on this particular episode. That
Yeah, we can be
started
done
saying
with
we
this
were
podcast now.
No, we're not done with the podcast. Shut up. We're not done with the podcast. We're just cycling into our new segment. The original segment. Lincoln,
Find your funny, because maybe now this podcast will be good. Is it the Deuce? Is he back?
It's not the Deuce. It's shit. I gotta fit my hat around my headphone. There we go. Howdy now.
Is it rowdy time?
It's me, the Raddler. It's me,
Yeah!
your friend, the Raddler. And I've come to you for a special Halloween game. I call my game what I made, Trick or Treat. Or is it Trick? Perhaps Treat. Reckon it could also be the movie Free Guy. So that's the title of my game for you folks. You fine folks out there today.
Great.
This is a collaborative and also versus game, so you will be scored individually, but you can work together. I just ask that you don't both choose the same fucking answer because it makes it not as fun.
Okay.
So
you're saying it is collaborative, but it's designed to only actually be competitive. It's collaborative in theory.
Yeah, this is more a game to tear you two chuckle fucks apart. So now I have devised a game. I have reviews from 3 different sources. One is a review of the movie Spirit Halloween, the movie. And one is a review of a Spirit Halloween, the store. And one is a review of another movie that isn't Spirit Halloween. And that's where the bit where it could be Free Guy. It could also not be Free Guy. I want to get ahead of that. There's alternate options. It's not just Free Guy up in this here quiz. So, are you guys ready to get rattled?
Yeah, I'm ready to get rattled.
John, I have a question for you.
You are not speaking to John right now. You're speaking to the Raddler. Would you like to speak to John? Because I can take the hat. Hey, yeah, Preston, what's up? What's
Hey, where'd you find that accent from?
Hey, man. What accent? My accent? I'm from Colorado, so I guess there.
No, never mind. The other guy's a lot more fun. Put the hat back on.
The other guy, I don't know what what's my hand doing? Oh, hey, it's me, the Raddler.
Wow, this is really entertaining.
I'm back.
I wish I had a
make
bit.
the Raddler
All right.
a little bit less.
Sexual?
I also had a
No,
cowboy
I can't.
hat.
Yes.
Oh, get in on the rattling. This is good beans. These beans is
I'll-
fresh and beautiful.
Oh,
Preston
doggy,
is-
I'm ready for this competition now.
Preston has turned his hat backward. It's not.
Is
a
it Piss
cowboy
Boy
hat.
Preston?
He's just-
Is it the rapper?
he's just-
Prison Time Piss
this
Boy
is-
Preston?
This is Prison Piss Preston. He's our best friend. Prison Piss Boy Preston. He's my bestest friend.
If I'd have someone at my side when we're under the spell of the Raddler, it would be Piss Boy Preston for sure.
God, I wish I didn't hide all that gold underneath that tree for Piss Boy Preston that got me sent to prison. So I'm ready. Are you guys ready to get rattled? Did I already ask you that? Are you ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Are you the Riddler or are you the Rattler? Like, are
The
you a
Raddler.
snake?
The Rattler. I don't know
Yeah,
if
'cause he's
you
rad.
listen to the episode. I don't know if you listen to the episode that's about to come out. Not this one, but the next one technically, but the one that we just recorded before. But there's a character in that's played by Paul Dano, and I'm not Paul Dano. I just want to, in case his lawyers are listening, I'm not Paul Dano. I'm not Paul Dano. I'm Timothy Chalamet, the Rattler.
Yeah, Paul Dano could never bring this raw sexual chemistry to the stage
right.
like this.
I'm world's sexiest icon, Timothy Chalamet, the Raddler. So here's your review number 1, and you'll discuss and both choose an answer. Nobody to blame but myself, and that's from Cathal Knife. So don't stress too much about the names that these are from, but just the review is nobody to blame but myself.
I gotta say, I think that's for the Spirit Halloween movie, because I feel like when the title is Spirit Halloween, the movie, you kind of know what you're in for.
I would agree with that.
Okay, well.
No,
all
Preston,
right.
you don't do the
So-
same answer as me.
No, it's he can choose the same answer. He's allowed to, just not every time. Some of the time, I wish you'd be a little different from each other, not so much like your mama. You're both correct. That is it's Spirit Halloween, the movie review. Now, I do want to warn you, this quiz is going to get harder the further we go in.
Oh, yeah.
I hope so.
So here we go. Review number 2. Beware of dangerous employee and incompetent management. Do not shop with your children. An employee threw a baseball-sized sticky putty ball above the wall where I was shopping. The ball didn't stick and fell on the side of my forehead right above my eye, which was painful. The employee lied in my face, and another who witnessed the incident brushed it off and laughed. No apologies. Managers were not helpful nor cared, and that's from Mimi.
How can you expect us to answer differently when that is so obviously a review of a physical place?
I said it didn't have to be different every time. You just can't choose the same every single time.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that was a review of the store.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it's not a review of the store. It's a review of a different movie.
Are you sure you want to answer? Because I said it's going to get harder, so you want to
I'm
throw a
sure.
point away?
I'm sure.
Lincoln's down a point. So Preston, you're up 1. Congratulations. It was a review of the store. And then this is your third review. Lifeless films deserve lifeless posters. And that's by Kehoe.
That's for a different movie.
Okay, and you can get bonus points. I forgot to tell you that. You can get bonus points if you want to guess which movie.
Free Guy. Different movie.
Okay, I'm just going to say any different movie, and Preston's going to say Free Guy.
You're not even going to try to guess what movie it is?
Okay,
it could
it's
be
for the
Free Guy.
movie.
It could not be Free Guy.
Okay, but the option is every other movie? Like, I have no... How am I supposed to even kind of narrow this down? Do I just pull a movie out of my ass and hope?
Or it could be not Free Guy. That's all I'm telling you.
I say it is for the movie... I don't know. The House of Gucci. It has a pretty lifeless poster, as far as I can remember.
That does have a pretty lifeless poster. You were both right. It's not the same movie. Now, this has just been round 1, where they're all different, so I didn't tell you that, but they were all going to be easy round 1. It's going to get harder right now.
Okay,
both
great.
Right, though. So Preston, you're still up a point. This game is good, and I don't want to hear anything about it at all.
Here's my question, John. You're bringing a character for us.
Here's the thing.
But we haven't. The character hasn't been referenced anywhere else yet. The character has only been referenced in the future.
You can talk to John I'll take the hat off. Hey, Lincoln, what's up?
Hey, John, we know who the Raddler is, but no one else knows who the Raddler is because they haven't heard our podcast where we talk about the Raddler yet.
The Raddler. Are you talking about from the last movie?
No, I'm talking about the next movie.
Lincoln, we're reviewing Spirit Halloween right now. We're not talking about Cowboys and Aliens.
Never mind. Okay, go back. No,
Lincoln. It's okay. It's just like that was like a throwaway joke, and I don't think that really was like good enough to capitalize on. Like, are we calling back to what's the hat to? Oh, hey, it's me, the Raddler. Howdy now. So here's round 2. Get ready to get rattled. And I did make this game pretty long just because I knew we'd have to pad for a little bit of time.
Thanks, I guess.
Next review. Their prices are stupidly high and $70 for an inflatable dinosaur costume. This place is terrible. Even Walmart is better. Never shop here. And that's from Curtis.
That is a review of Spirit Halloween, the store.
Yeah, this is a review of Spirit Halloween, the store.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
I'm going to say Spirit Halloween, the movie.
Okay, you're tied up now, motherfuckers, because it was Spirit Halloween, the movie. Someone went on the wrong Google area and reviewed the store instead of the movie. So that's exciting. Spirit next review, and this is from Maggie. Spirit Halloween is a family favorite of ours. We loved all the merchandise there, and animatronic is incredible. 5 stars.
That is a review of Spirit Halloween, the store.
I'm going to switch back and say it's a review of the movie.
You're thinking it's the movie again, Preston. You're thinking it's the store. It's the store. You're right. Now, a similar review from Santiago. It's all right. It's good for kids. It's not too scary.
Quick point of clarification.
Cool.
This is very important. Is this Santiago Chile or Santiago a person?
This is Santiago. What, a chili?
Like the place.
Preston, I don't know what you're. I'm not even. I don't even have a bit to respond to this because I don't.
Did the Rattler just get rattled? Did I just rattle the
Rattler? Got rattled. He needs to take his hat off for a second. Oh God, I feel like I'm having a heart attack. What's happening to the Rattler? Oh man. Whew. Preston, I have no fucking clue what you're talking about. I just want to make that clear. And then give me
Santiago,
the Rattler,
Chile,
and it's like
the capital of Chile, the South American
what
nation.
you're talking. Not all of us are smart and know stuff about climbing, Preston. So I'm gonna put this hat on. It's kind of like between Infinity War and Endgame. Me and the Rattler are finding peace.
I'm confused. Is this a Two-Face kind of deal, or are you just?
I don't want to get into this with you, Preston. Not again. I explained it to you.
Is this
last
like a really
weekend
bad
next
Split
week, however.
knockoff, or what's the deal here?
It's not a knockoff of Split. It's a connected universe. Please, I'm M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, just like
Rattler.
Split. How? Okay, wait. I have a question for the Rattler. How would you feel if M. Night Shyamalan had directed the Spirit Halloween movie?
I would have loved it. If it could be the exact same fucking movie, and I would have called it a 10 out of 10 masterpiece because the twist is that he got
Just add
us.
his name at the end.
Yeah.
I
would have been like, oh, the twist at the end.
John.
Oh, you want to talk to John? Oh, hey, what's up? Sorry, I was not listening. I can listen.
Yeah,
but I wasn't.
how would you feel, John, if M. Night Shyamalan had directed the Spirit Halloween movie?
I would feel about the same way I felt about Trap, which is I feel like they got me, but not in the fun way.
Okay, cool. So
Okay,
the Rattler's
all right.
a bigger fan
Can I-
of Shyamalan than you are, apparently.
I mean, yeah, he's good. Look, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but he really liked The Happening, and I don't think that that's correct. I don't abide by that. So I'm gonna put the Rattler back on because I feel like we're. Not only have we not found our funny, I feel like we're losing our funny, and I do need to get through this game because I've put so much work into it. So I'm just gonna power on through.
Would you
And
say
now,
that
hey,
you've put
it's me,
as much work into this as Two Truths and a Lie? More or less, or about the same?
I didn't put any work into this. It's me, the Rattler. But I think John put a great deal of work into this. Two Truths and a Lie, and I don't think we need to be split.
Do you think John is appreciated enough for the work he does for our podcast?
You know what? I don't think. I feel like last episode sort of ended with him going on a very valid and reasonable tear against you two, and I feel like we're in, I would say, troubled waters vis-a-vis where this may or may not happen again this episode.
It's already happened. You had bones to pick with both of us right at the beginning, right off the bat.
Yeah. Well, John did. I didn't. I'm the Rattler, but I do.
Why do you keep adding syllables to your name, Rattler?
Well, it's just because you keep huffing my shorts about it. I really would like.
Do you have any more of this game, or are you just gonna keep?
I would love to. Thank you, Preston. I would like to finish up this.
Because we don't really care if you do.
I care. This is from Santi. I'm so close to losing my shit again, Preston. I'm so close to blowing my cap, not my load. I'm so close to blowing my anger load.
Hey, bud, do you want to rephrase
I'm just
that
seconds
for
away.
just a moment here?
Yeah, John, Preston, he's about to rage come. That's what he just told us, okay? So do not test him. I do not want to know whether or not he's being metaphorical here.
I would just like to read you Santiago's review of maybe the movie, maybe the store, or maybe the movie Free Guy, or maybe just some other movie. Is that okay?
That's so great.
fine.
For you?
It's okay.
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
I'll allow it.
Santiago says, it's all right. It's good for kids, not too scary. The store, it is cool, but the only good thing is it is a store is cool. I like what they did. I like it is with animatronics. That's a direct quote.
I gotta say it's the movie.
I'm going store
From
once
Santiago.
again.
Wow.
And you are tied once again because it was the movie.
Oh no.
Ooh, okay. Right down to the wire.
All right. I feel like you guys are invested as you're gonna be, and I've got 2 more
Which
questions.
is a little bit.
How many more questions?
which is marginally.
I don't know if I'm that invested. Do you feel that
I've
invested,
got
Lincoln?
2 more.
I feel so extremely. I'm more invested in like desperately trying to find a way to make this episode worth listening to. And I think I like this game. I'm just like so unconfident in my own ability to be funny right now. I'm like losing my mojo. I've got the yips or something. I feel so boring.
I've got 2 more quotes for you here. Next quote is by Adam. Got pulled over the other day speeding on the way to see this, and I wish the cop had killed me.
Okay, it's got to be some other movie because there's no way this movie got a theatrical release.
This movie did. In case that's part of your logic, this movie did get a theatrical release for sure.
Yeah, but no way it was wide enough for that to be a referenceable meme because everyone else would be like, "What the fuck are you doing driving to see the Spirit Halloween movie?" I can say Free Guy. I'm calling in my Free Guy shot right now.
Ooh, you know, I'm going Free Guy too. He's been bringing up Free Guy a lot without actually having Free Guy been an answer yet.
Preston, I don't know if you know, but you are tied, and there's only but 2 more questions, including this one. So you are gonna have to choose a different answer next time. I just want to clarify that for you because you're both.
All right, that's fine.
You're both tied, obviously, because you've chosen the same answer, and you're right. That was Free Guy. That
Yes!
was Free Guy, the movie. Good job.
I would
I'm
like to
proud of you
defend
for
my
picking up on
sound
little
logic,
clues.
and Preston was just like, "Yes, that's true." What he said.
Yeah, and yet you both got the same amount of points, huh? Isn't that interesting? how the
Wow,
game
crazy.
works?
Man.
So this is.
It's almost
this
like you did a
last
bad
review,
job
and
picking questions that would separate the 2 of us.
Says the man who has answered second every single time.
No, I've answered first a few times just to make sure that I could be the one for you to copy.
And have I ever copied you any time you answered first?
Probably.
No, I haven't.
It's working. My secret plan to divide them against each
Well,
other.
give us the final question.
He's been reading The Art of War. He's
I-
dividing. He's making his enemies conflict with each other instead of him.
I'm in suspense, John. Give us the last question.
Yeah, give me the last question or I'm going to blow my load.
I already blew it, so my own load, not yours. Your load's fine and where it is. I don't, just to be clear, in case anyone is listening, specifically John's wife, I don't want to touch either of their loads. Those loads are for them and their respective significant partners as they
Hey,
see
John, that was
fit.
never a
It's not-
question.
Wait, who's
I
John?
know, but just-
How do you know who John is?
Yeah, who is not? We know. Hey, Lincoln, don't go too far with the bit. We know who John is. You're just not talking to John. You're talking.
Oh,
to
sorry.
Raddler.
You're cutting out a little bit. I'm
Yeah, one more time.
It sounded like you just said "rad" over and over again.
Yeah, it seemed like your screen was
fuck,
glitching
my
out there
hat.
for a
Oh,
moment.
hey, it's me, guys. Oh God, my hat fell off. Hold on. I gotta get the Raddler back for this. Hang on. I gotta get
Wow,
it.
Lincoln, did
Get
we
the Raddler
make
back.
the
Oh,
Rattler
got the Raddler.
disappear? We're so good.
Hey, it's me.
Oh,
It's me,
no,
the
we didn't.
Raddler.
Is the engine gonna start? Have you tried releasing the joke?
It's me, the Raddler.
That was the funniest
So
thing
I
that's
don't-
happened so far.
I only have but the one more quote for you guys, and you do have to pick alternative options from each other, just to be clear. Oh fuck! My hat fell off again. God damn it! Hold on, son of a bitch. Hey, it's me, the Rattler. This isn't a bit. My hat keeps falling off because I keep having to put it over my earbuds, phones, headphones. What do you call these ding dang contraptions? Anyway, you only have but the one more review. You only have but the one more review, and this is from Houston, ironically. That's part of Texas. That part I know. Don't know where your fucking chilies are from, but I know where Houston is. It says... it says... a soulless corporate product delivered by a soulless corporation about the dangers of soulless corporate products delivered by soulless corporations. There's got to be some irony in there somewhere.
That's 100% a review of the Barbie movie.
Preston, you can't choose the Barbie movie.
I'm gonna go. This is a review of the movie Battleship.
Oh, that's an interesting one. You're both wrong. It was Free Guy. I didn't see there could be two Free Guys.
Oh, damn.
And
I guess we
now,
both
with
tied.
that,
Oh, no. I guess neither of us win.
Hey, Preston, what if we just set aside our differences and embraced each other as brothers?
Right. That's
in
why we
the
both
face
said
of our
the wrong
mutual
answer
enemy.
to make sure that we finished with the same amount of points.
That's not what we're...
I love
Wait,
finishing
hold
at the
on.
same time
Except-
as Preston.
You guys
What?
Except you're
Lincoln,
saying that
that's
this is a
gross
good
to
way to
say.
bury your differences. I'm saying this is a way to make fun of the Raddler for coming up with a bad game.
Hey, hold on. I did my best. I did my very
Yeah, he really
best.
did do his best. Hey, Raddler, Raddler,
Yeah.
I love you.
Oh, well, you never say that to John, I notice. So,
Yeah, well, John's not as
maybe,
cool
and
as
this
you
is-
are. Yeah, John
well, that's
doesn't.
fair. He doesn't have a hat. So
He doesn't have a hat. He
you
doesn't have an
do the
accent. He doesn't sound like Paul Dano getting continuously kicked in the crotch.
same. Well, thank y'all. It's been good to see you. I'm sure I'll see you again, me, the Rattler. So I'm gonna take my leave now and take this here hat. Oh, hey guys. I didn't really prepare a Find Your Funny. Do you guys want to talk about Muppets that would say the word fuck again? Or...
No, I'm good. Or
Okay.
actually, that's a great idea. We should do that next episode. Wink.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. We can't do out of order episodes because I've referenced that one up a great deal.
Yes, you have. You have in fact built an entire segment on referencing an episode that the viewers have not heard yet. Okay, here's my question. We need to. I need to bring my energy up. Like somehow I don't feel as angry as I normally do. You guys bring this like comedic fire that lights within me, and it's just not lighting. So I need to know, given 100% creative freedom and the licensing for the Spirit Halloween brand, what from the ground up, we're not even talking about modifying the movie to make it better. We're talking about completely different film. How would you make a fun Spirit Halloween movie? Preston, you go first.
I want a horror movie where there is an abandoned strip mall running for its life from Spirit Halloween, the entity, to keep from being taken over as a Spirit Halloween. That's what I want.
Is it animated?
Is it like animated? Or...
Yeah, I'm picturing. This is like
Is it
a
just static
like a Rick and
shots of
Morty
it,
interdimensional
buildings?
cable kind of a deal.
Okay. I'm into that. An animated horror movie about, that's pretty fun.
About like the anthropomorphized, like humanized representation of a store at a strip mall, trying to avoid the specter of Spirit Halloween.
Yep, exactly. Exactly right.
Okay,
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I really like it. I like it a lot more than the movie we watched.
I feel like if I'm taking my crack at it, I'm gonna go Evil Dead, like one of the newer Evil Deads, which are just grody and gross and hard and like yucky and weird. I'm gonna go like Evil Dead Rise meets Super Bad, and I want it to be like hard R horror comedy because I feel like it is a Spirit Halloween movie, but I want these kids to be like saying fuck. They're all trying to like get down in a Spirit Halloween. Like that's a critical element that I feel like is missing. They have no goals, and I feel like a great
their
goal
goals
would
are
be
just
the
to, like,
Superbad
be at
goal
Spirit
of just
Halloween.
like I want to have sex in a Spirit Halloween because I'm a freak.
Okay. Yeah.
And I feel like it could be we got to incorporate the mall more. Like they're running around other stores being chased by all these horrible like nightmarish creatures that all come to life. By the way, it's not one random guy that's just like inhabiting them. All of them are coming to life. All of them, like Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed, are becoming more scary versions of these costumes. Like realistic, goopy, yucky versions of these costumes. And then, because the brand synergy of that would be fun. Because anyone who goes to see the Spirit Halloween movie, no children saw this because none of the parents wanted to suffer through it. And no adults saw this because none of the parents wanted to suffer through it. So nobody saw this. And I feel like the way to get it is to do just a hard horror comedy. And it's fun and gross and weird. And like then you go to Spirit Halloween, it would get more adults to take their children to Spirit Halloween because the kids want to go because it's a weird store with a bunch of scary stuff. And the adults now want to go because they saw the Spirit Halloween movie and they got to see whatever weird animatronic is going to be in the sequel. I actually think
like
this would be a fun ass idea. It's just
you're
now hitting me how much.
I can feel yourself getting excited about this idea.
I'm getting excited, but you know what else I'm getting? I'm getting kind of fucking mad that this movie isn't good, Lincoln.
Good.
I'm a little bit pissed off.
The fire's getting lighted.
This is a movie that could have been good, and they chose to put money into an hour and a half long commercial. So why not make it interesting and fun to watch instead of not interesting and bad?
The Transformers movie from 1986, they fucking kill Optimus Prime in the first 20 minutes. That's the kind of thing you do.
Need.
Yeah. We need one of the kids to abruptly die right at the beginning to show that this is not a kid's movie.
100%.
We need someone's head on a spear, getting paraded through the mall.
I need that, I don't know how much time you guys have spent recently in A Spirit Halloween, but I need that aisle of weird zombie baby statues. I need that to come alive, and it's just
and I'll attack you at the same time.
Nightmarish babies.
Here's my pitch. It is a found footage pseudo documentary that is about the production and pre-production and writing and filming of the Spirit Halloween movie, where they did what you did. So they're like, we're gonna bring in brand awareness, and so they bring in this auteur director, and we watch as the auteur director slowly goes insane over the course of the filming of the Spirit Halloween movie. And so you see they're shipping in Arriflex film cameras and all this expensive lighting equipment, but everything that's actually you see is shot on a VHS recorder that someone brought from their house for fun. And I think it can shift into full, slasher where the director literally does snap and lose his mind and starts murdering people left and right in the pursuit of making the most authentic, challenging, subversive Spirit Halloween movie ever made. Yeah, and so then the final moments is they pacify the director by showing him the footage that they've gathered, and he's like, this is what it should have been all along. This is everything it needed to be. And then they shoot him in the head. No. Then the mom crashes through the car. The mom crashes her car through the window and smashes him. And then the movie's over.
That's pretty good. I'd watch that. That'd be great. You could call it the spirit of Spirit Halloween.
Okay, and now I'm feeling a little angry, so I want to dunk on this movie a little more. I feel like we did not just
There we go.
We did not give this movie we gave this movie way too much credit. Okay. How can it be a movie about Spirit Halloween where the only thing it ends up having to say about Spirit Halloween is, guys, do not get us wrong, the costumes are so flammable. That's the only takeaway. How do we defeat Spirit Halloween? By doing the thing that they wish to do so bad. These costumes are so ready to get set on fire. They want it so bad. They want to be set on fire so bad. Just make them live their dream. That's how you defeat evil, is lighting Spirit Halloween costumes on fire, because they'll do it. They'll fucking do it. I know they will. That's the only thing this movie had to say about Spirit Halloween.
I feel like however you feel about this probably is how you feel about Spirit Halloween, but this is the most Spirit Halloween movie I've ever seen. Cheaply made, boring, not that interesting, kind of fun because it's oh yeah, I like zombies. The movie looks at you and it goes, hey man, do you like zombies? And I go, I like zombies. And the movie goes, yeah, me too. Anyway, if you see Fortnite, that's what a Spirit Halloween is. You're walking around, you go, oh, some cool spooky stuff, a couple of costumes.
Vaguely resembles pop culture, vaguely with the memes and the discourse.
You have when the Mario movie came out, you had Dr. Plumber, you had the super workman.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, this is a very Spirit Halloween movie. I think this movie would be flammable. If I could set a movie on fire, I think it would catch really easily.
I agree. This is an extremely flammable piece of cinema. It also just is boring. And if we're giving it shit, I think that is one thing I can say. It's not fun for 98% of the movie. It's not an interesting thing to watch. And their catchphrase is fucking booyah. Their catchphrase for their whole group is booyah. This feels like the whole script looks like it has a series of red pen notes on the side saying, find something that sounds more human later. And they just never got to it.
They never did. ChatGPT, please tell us what 3 middle school boys would say. According to my research. Oh yeah, also in this scenario, ChatGPT is a nerdy, dorky guy. According to my research, the children are very fond of saying the new word booyah. It has been sweeping the nation recently. Oh, that sounds really good. What else do they say? They're very obsessed with each other's chest hair, as far as I can tell. What else?
Well, hold on.
They're very
hang on,
into each other's older siblings. What? Yep, that's what my research said. What research have you been doing? What?
The problem the problem with this is that they Googled horny ChatGPT and not regular ChatGPT.
Yeah.
That was their mistake.
Yeah, they went to horny.chat.gpt and not just chat.gpt. Yeah. Preston, you gotta find something to be mad at.
Trying.
What are you mad about? In general.
I'm trying. I got nothing. The only thing
nothing
I have
about this
is
makes you mad?
I hate how every other word of dialogue is the word stupid. It's like, what do the kids say these days?
Stupid is.
I think they think everything's
said
stupid,
a lot.
and so we'll just mix that in every other word.
Jester, you absolute harlequin.
There you go. That's all I got. That's.
I also
thought
don't
I was
like
be more
that
angry about this movie, and I'm not. I'm sorry, guys. I got nothing.
That's okay.
The movie, in order to defeat the bad guy, they have to burn Spirit Halloween merchandise, which is just 100% on track for Spirit Halloween, and then they have to make a sacrifice of something that matters to you personally. And I feel so strange that this middle school boy who lost his dad to bone cancer has to burn a book that his dad gave him in order to defeat the bad guy. It's not like Up, where Mr. Frederick has to kind of move on from the memory and let it go because it has been the thing that's been holding him back. It's not like Up, where he has to acknowledge that he had already lived a life. This is a life that was cut short, and yet he's like, I have to let my dad go and not be sad that he's dead anymore.
For Spirit
then
Halloween.
I can finally... For Spirit Halloween.
Also, how did his dad's ghost not come into the end of this movie? I was so expecting that.
Like, you know what else didn't come into the end of this movie?
The savior.
Yeah, that would have been fun. And also, they broadcast the idea that the middle child's, one of the three's grandma was a witch, and was the witch that you saw at the beginning. And that's never important.
She really, she doesn't. She's just like, go home, it's scary out. Once.
Well, to be fair, they could have listened to her and avoided this whole thing. But they would have had a fun...
Well, because it is scary out.
Yeah, it is scary out. It's very scary out on Halloween.
Yeah, well, and in the Spirit Halloween that we are currently recording in, of course.
John, it is way too late to try to introduce that fiction.
No, we did it. We said it at the beginning, and I was trying to bring it back. Here we are in the Spirit Halloween. It's good. There was a quote in this movie that I almost, I was so close to making it my send-off, but I like the Dinotopia one so much that I'm going to keep it. But I just want to let you guys know that currently the Dinotopia one is my send-off, and my runner-up... Let's see. My runner-up is The Reaper Comes in the Dark of Night, and so do I.
When did that happen?
I don't even remember what that's from. When does that happen in this movie?
It's when I had the subtitles on for this because I just couldn't hear it. But it's when Alec possesses the Reaper, the big tall guy, the shooty one. It's the first thing he says. He says, "The Reaper comes in the dark of night, and so do I." Which is great. I'm into that. For a lot of reasons.
Yeah, because you come in the dark of night.
Because I come in the dark of night, just like the Reaper.
Great. Okay, cool. This movie is the equivalent punishment to having to hold your hand in a bucket of ice water.
Yeah. Okay, here's the problem with the cinematic equivalents. This is the cinematic equivalent of a Spirit Halloween the day after Halloween.
There's really nothing else to it. It is the cinematic equivalent of a Spirit Halloween.
It doesn't it can't get more correct than that.
This movie is the cinematic equivalent of putting on a pair of wet socks.
Yeah, but mysteriously wet socks. We don't know what the cause of the wetness is.
Yeah, they're just wet as you took them off the floor. You're like, why are they wet?
And then you put them on.
Why are they wet? Why are they my only pair of socks?
Yeah. This movie is I don't know, it's not bad in a fun way. Don't watch it, guys.
Yeah, actually don't watch this one. I've watched this. I saw it once before when it first came out, and I remembered it, and I put it on my list of I got to show the boys this one. I don't know why. I don't know what it was about that movie that I was like, oh, this is worth talking about. It's not. Don't watch it. No good.
So I think now that we have we're coming to the end of this podcast, just like the Reaper is coming to the dead of night.
Yeah.
Let's do a little workshop. What went wrong? What went wrong with this with our podcast today?
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, not with the movie. You're asking what went wrong in the creation of our podcast, or what went wrong in my current decision to make us watch this?
Either
is
one.
Is this your way of
not,
telling me
not in your
that
decision
I need
to make
workshop?
I want to work. I need feedback for myself. I need to know how I can improve my own practice here.
No, I think this is good. This is what this is what the people want. They want Inside Baseball, us just criticizing each other slightly about our performances.
Yeah.
And if I'm being honest, I brought it at the beginning and nobody else brought it. I brought it and I put it down and I went, "Where's yours?" And you guys went, "Huh? What was I supposed to bring?" So, yeah, I don't know. If we're giving criticism, I think you could have brought it a little more. Now, could I have brought it a little more through the rest of the episode? Absolutely. I 100% agree.
Okay, thank you. That helps. The problem is I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted, and I have no idea, cannot think of funny things to say to save my life.
Well, in your defense, we were anticipating recording this on a Saturday for you guys and a Sunday for me, which would have been prime time for talking about this shitty movie.
It would have been.
And instead, because the day before, Preston texted us and he said, "Oh, hey, by the way, also, I'm not going to be in town or in service. I can't record." So now we're recording on, I can't be clearer, Thursday, October 31st for me to edit and put out on Thursday, October 31st. You guys think your day's bad. I have to stop this recording, back it up to 1, and play it through again.
So what I hear you saying is it's a good thing that you have the ability to time travel to save save all of our asses for my shitty planning.
That's right. Okay, what
so what I hear you saying is this is all my fault.
No. I'm open to feedback. Also, Lincoln, you're right. What can I be doing to bring more to this family?
I think you're doing it. It's one of those things where you're doing a lot of work, but I'm not sure if you're seeing the results that you really want to see.
Is it the wrong work?
I think it might be the wrong work. I think the characters are really fun, but the problem is, Preston and I think on a Saturday when I've had a couple of drinks, I'm ready to bring the kind of character work that you are bringing to the table. But on a Wednesday night,
ready to engage the Raddler.
I teach middle school. You cannot imagine the mental effort that I have to exert every single day just to do my job. And so on a school day, the Rattler's great, but I just cannot engage with him in the way that I want to. There's enough Paul Dano impersonators in my daily life.
Okay, that's fair. I'm hearing what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. So that's not really actionable critique though, because what would you prefer I bring? Because if I hadn't brought the Rattler, then we would have had nothing for this.
I don't know. Maybe I think we just need to get each other mad earlier. We just need to try to,
but not at each other necessarily, because that's been
not get mad at each other. Get each other mad.
At each other?
Okay. All right.
No.
Yeah. Get each other mad at each other. That's what the Rattler was here for. He's an agent of chaos. Preston, what do you think I could be doing better? What do you got
Preston,
for me?
No, we got to tell Preston what he could have been doing better. You know what you could do better, Preston? Talk during the podcast.
I knew that was coming. I was waiting for that.
Because you did not talk very much this whole time.
I know. I'm very sorry.
we even give you a bespoke segment.
I know.
Just for you.
I know.
You didn't ask for that. But it's thrust upon you.
It's like 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
It could be more. Hey, Preston, it could be more than 2 seconds if you
do you want it to
drew it out.
It was 2 seconds of climbing. That merits 5 seconds of talking. What do you want from me? To talk more. I know that's what you want from me.
You know what? Just give us some. Stuff about climbing. Tell us how they could have done it better. Could they have? The only thing I know is belaying. I don't even know what it is. It's just.
Yeah, could they have belayed? How would a belay have helped or hurt them in this situation?
It wouldn't have helped or hurt.
How would it? Tell me about carabiners sometime. Just
tell me about how the gymnastics girl does a front flip and then stops and then kicks. She doesn't even transfer her momentum into the bad guy.
Tell us about that.
I did enjoy that.
Anyway. Well, so is this the end of the podcast?
It's the end of the episode. It's not the end of the podcast because I really am excited to watch Anyone But You and have to talk about it. I'm not, John. I'm like legitimately scared.
Vitriolic
I'm so
sense
scared.
to my Anyone But You choice.
It's more fear than anything else. I'm just scared. I'm scared of what this movie's gonna be.
Face your fears. What are you afraid of for this?
Okay, I'm afraid that it's gonna be so horny that we're gonna not know how to talk about it. I'm afraid that we're gonna have to think of ways to talk about the content of the movie and but also none of us want to talk about the content of the movie.
That's
Guys, we
for
can't
sure.
pick a new movie.
Possible.
We'll totally throw off everything even more.
Oh, we couldn't possibly.
No.
Yeah.
Well, the next episode everyone's gonna see is
Lincoln's he's just engaging his fears. We're watching Anyone But You, of course. Lincoln can't change that. I just want to know what he's
this might not make
afraid
it into the podcast because the next movie we're watching is not Anyone But You. The next movie we're watching is Cowboys and Aliens.
Oh yeah, which was already set up in the last episode.
Yeah, can we just like roll this back and try again? Can we just try to record this Halloween special one more time?
Can we start over? This is no good. Can we scrap this one
This
and
is
just try
just
another
a
Halloween
special,
spectacular?
so we don't have to pick a new movie because it'll mess up the order.
Yeah.
This is just
No,
a
this
special
I'm saying,
episode. We can end this
guys,
any way we want.
Hear me out.
Okay.
We stop. We are silent for 2 minutes. We record 10 minutes, brand new podcast, just 10 minutes of it. Talk through the entire movie, get all of our great, good jokes in.
But then, I think we need more time for the Raddler. I think.
Thank
Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for listening to the Motion Picture Retribution Power Hour. This is the best podcast on the planet Earth, honestly. if I'm being clear.
I'm
this
so
was
tired.
a special, so we didn't have to bring it. We didn't bring it. Lincoln especially didn't bring it. Preston didn't even show up to the show. We don't have any emails except one of our videos failed to upload. We're on YouTube. I guess you're already listening to us, so that's not really helpful information for you. But we put all the episodes up on YouTube in case you cancel your Spotify. Anyway, we have no emails. You can hit us up at mprphpodcast@gmail.com. Preston's yawning. Lincoln's flipping a thing around. We're about to get out of this. I promise, boys. Thank you. I think that's it. Yeah. Do we have anything else? Don't think so.
No.
I have been Brother John, and just as we live by the rules of Dinotopia, so must we be prepared to die.
I have been Brother Lincoln. I could crush you from here, man.
And I've been Brother Preston.
I'm not gonna fucking cut.
I'm not gonna stop
until
recording.
You say it.
Relax, body.
Ah.
Yeah, baby.